The 21-day signature weight loss program is starting on February the 5th and runs through till February the 26th. 21 days, by the end of 21 days, you will understand weight loss. You will. And you will probably understand why you might have struggled in the past. So every time I do this 21-day program, it's slightly different. So I wanted to run through what I'm going to do for this program. So, excuse me. Few differences with all the programs coming ahead of me, but yes, we're going to do the macros. We're going to talk about protein, carbs, and fat. You know how they're used, how they're stored, how they impact body composition. We're going to talk about restriction and the fact that we have to find the restriction that suits us best. Again, the meal plan that I use, the protocol that I use for weight loss in the 21-day program is just my favorite protocol for weight loss. There's a lot of different ways to losing weight, but this is a protocol that's worked in, I'm going to say 85-90% of my clients, and what I class as success is that they use it long term, not for 6 weeks, not for a challenge, not for a summer. So that's the protocol I'm using in the 21-day program. I'm going to talk about the lipolysis conversation, the actual process of fat breakdown, and the fact that most people can never, ever, ever they don't ever actually access their stored body fat. If you've heard that topic before, you haven't heard it enough. You can never hear that one Zoom call enough. It's that important. We're going to talk about, I'm going to do a lot more about meal buildings, showing you how to build meals, having you build them, if you want to, on the Zoom calls, how to actually design meals from anything to allow for weight loss. Obviously there's custom meal plans, but I want you to know how to do it yourself. I will show you how I create all my meal plans, and I'm going to have you do it as well. We're going to talk about different types of fat: visceral fat, stubborn fat. We're going to talk about belly fat. We're going to talk about fat patterning, why I put weight on my back but you might put it on your hips, and how it changes with age and all that good stuff. We're going to talk about personality types and diets. Now, I've written about this, but I've never spoken about this. But that is kind of interesting when you do like the Myers-Briggs type personality tests and match those to eating behaviors. Goal setting. I'm going to talk about goal setting, setting realistic goals, what that means to you, how to do the calculation, and why it's so important. Now, I know you've probably done things on goal setting before, but I'm taking a slightly different approach, so I wouldn't miss that one. I'm going to talk about the appetite regulators, and that's going to go on with cravings and taste preferences, how to change your taste preferences. Don't think that can't happen. It most certainly can. We're also going to create a go-to shopping list. I've never done that before. I don't know why. We're going to talk about trauma and weight gain. We're going to talk about what really is discipline and self-control. You might think you don't have it. You do. And I'm going to show you where it is and how to find it and how to optimize it. That's a great one. I'm going to talk about the cortisol body, stress on the body, and why it's bad, what it looks like, but why it also can benefit you if you change your approach to it. I'm going to talk about, what am I talking about? Why your weight loss is stuck. If you're dieting, if you're eating less and less and your weight loss is stuck, why the top reasons I think it's happening. I have got a lot of subjects to cover I've got the 21-day program coming in February, then I've got the Tight 28 program for 28 days, then I've got the muscle month, and then I've got the mastering midlife. So I've got a lot of coaching going on, but I've got a lot of new topics. We're going to talk about alcohol, sleep, coffee, meal timings and snacking. We're going to talk about the personality test. We're going to talk about habits, creating one thing, trauma, discipline, willpower. There's some really interesting studies. Craving, taste, changing your test perception, and the mastering something, the 4 thieves of mastery. So many things to cover, but the 21-day program starts on, what did I say it was? February the 5th. And runs through to February 26th. There are 10 coaching calls, custom meal plans, full access to me. There are my key topics that I always keep in there because you can't hear them enough. But there's a lot of new stuff for 2023. So what is it? 21 Day Group? That's .com. I think that's the domain. But I'll put the link here. And if you've got any questions, let me know. But come and join me, because this program will not be around. The 21 Day program will not come back till probably September.